Good morning, how are you?
Very well, how are you? Just walking around the car.
Hello everybody, and this weekend we're at Dalton near Thirsk, North Yorkshire, for the DirtbikeAction practice day, and we're just going to have a quick word with John Kerwin and see what's been going on. Hiya John, how's things?
Not bad.
You've obviously been doing quite a bit of work here at the Dalton motocross track.
Well, when we came a couple of weeks ago, it was just, all this was standing in water. This was like a gigantic lake all around here. So we've just cleaned out the ditches and got rid of the water and fluffed the track up a bit. It's not perfect, but it is only the 21st of February. So
I know we're still fairly early in the season, and we've got a practice day on today, but this is like a pre-runner for your practice day and a race next weekend, I believe.
Yeah, next weekend we've got just like a warm-up cross-country race. Be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon for either an hour or 90 minutes, depending what the weather's doing at the time. We use the full motocross track, the big cornfield at the back, and then really after that we're just about ready for the first round of the Northern Enduro Championship at Helmsley on the 14th and 15th of March.
So we're looking at like a two-round weekend there for the 14th and 15th of March.
Yeah, we've started it with 2 rounds. We've done a bit of a special deal on price, so it's 80 quid for the 2 days if they get their entries in before the 1st of March, or it's 110 after that, or they can just ride either one of the days. So, and it's all towards the championship at the end of the year, where there's 4-5 grand's worth of prizes to be divided up between the classes.
That sounds like pretty good, does that? You know, when you say prizes, what have you got sort of lined up?
Well, we've got stuff from KTM, Eurotech, Puterline, Klim. We've got a few other people as well, all chipping in, and the sort of total amount of the big trophies and what's on offer product, will come to between 4 and 5 grand for that series, which is quite a significant amount when you think the old North of England series you were lucky to get a small cup.
So we've got a 7-round Enduro series and
8 rounds of cross country, which we've got some of the best venues featuring Gisborne twice, Low North Park, Westwood here twice. The first one will be pretty much a rerun of what we did in November, but the August one, when all the corn's been cut, we'll be able to use the absolute whole farm, so it'll be a massive round the hay, but round the straw bales, it'll be mega, and trying to utilise the motocross track in one hit.
Good, good. Well, it's looking good for DirtbikeAction this year. Let's check out the practice day and see what's happening. Okay, we're just with Alistair Griffin from AG Enduro. How's it going?
Yeah, good.
Got a new bike today, I take it. Gas 200?
Yeah, 200 should be a bit more powerful than the 125. So.
I know you've been riding Husqvarna 125 till recently. What's made you go for the gas?
Just to try and get them out there a bit, and I think the 200 will be a bit easier to ride, less chainsawing.
I know this is the electric start model.
Yeah.
Brand new. You know, looking at the bike now, And compared to the previous sort of years, the gas, it looks to be a bit, well, better build quality.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's got the Riga shock and Marzocchi forks. So,
what's the tyre combination you've got on it?
Just Metzler 6-days.
And who supplied the bike?
Tom from TM. So he's getting a few out there, it looks like.
And your dad's got a 300 as well, I take it?
Yeah, Dad's got 300, Uncle's got a 200. So selling a few.
Well, we'll try and get some shots here when you're riding around track today, mate.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks a lot. Right, we're just with Paul Rain. Paul, I think we last saw you down at Tong doing Eddie's Extreme in the afternoon race, and you had a bit of an issue on the waterfall, didn't you? Just for the audience now, just have a quick look at this. What were your thoughts when you were on the waterfall and you had that bit of an off?
Well, we're a bit sore, to be honest with you. We're a bit difficult because everyone had dragged all rocks back, and when we got to it on that last lap, there was just no way of, well, for a rider like me, there was no way of getting up something like that. So we had to go, and didn't work out too well for the bike, but back to normal now anyway. So.
Yeah, I know you looked pretty wounded at the time, and you know, the bike landed upside down on its handlebars, and the marshal pushed it over. What were you thinking then?
Well, it's a lot of money to be throwing around the bottom of the stream, isn't it? But no, she's back to normal now. She seems all right. She's
all full recovered and bike's sorted out. What damage did you do?
It took rear mudguard off, exhaust were all bent up, and smashed all ignition off bars. But I've just bodged them back together for now till I get some switches for it. But pipe's back to normal, and new set of plastics and graphics, and she's all back to normal.
What's your plans this year? What series are you going to be running?
I'm hoping to do all British round this year, and as many extremes as I can. We've got Erzberg in, is it June or July, I think now. So just as many extremes, a lot of practice, and British round really.
Well, good luck. All right, thanks for talking to us. Right, we're just with Luke Flack. Luke, how's things today?
Yeah, they're good. I'm feeling fit on the bike, so it's good. Just getting over glandular fever. It's been better than I thought, really. So it's good.
I know you're well on your way now to being a British champion in the expert class for the extreme events. And talking about your first event, Heads of the Valley, we saw you down there. How did that go initially for you?
Yeah, it went a lot better than I thought, really. I only got the bike a week before. I'd been off the bike for sort of 4 months, so when I came round and I'd won, I was fairly happy, really. I just kept the same pace all day and just tried to not make any mistakes. So.
I know that event was a little bit different from others because it had like a prologue qualifying on the first day. How did you find the prologue event?
It was alright. In the first one, I was a bit hesitant with the ice and stuff, but once you learnt it, it wasn't too bad. And then the second one, I got on the front row, so it was good enough, really.
Yeah. The event itself, I know we had, me and Mike had a lot of problems getting around with the cameras to sort of film because it was quite spread out, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a long way around, but I think Paul got it right, really. There wasn't any real bits that should have been changed. It was all rideable, there wasn't any stoppers, just that one big hill, really. But if you kept your head on and kept going, it was alright.
And we saw you at Tong for Edge Extreme Round 2. You were a little bit nervous when we spoke to you on start line.
I don't know about that, but
You drew him in,
I've not been nervous like this for a long time, but I don't know.
Well, go easy and good luck today.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, I don't really seem to get nervous, but then I was, so I don't know what it was, but Just the nerves were kicking in.
You know, it was a hard race. You know, you've raced at Tongue in previous years. How hard was it this year for you?
It wasn't too bad this year, I didn't think. It was a bit fitter than normal, and you don't really get a rest around Tongue, so you just have to set a pace really and keep going. But that went a lot better than I thought it was going to as well. Once I caught Gav up, then got past Gav, I just sort of kept my head on and kept going, and then won really, so it was good.
So 2 wins there, and my understanding is that, providing that you finish the third race, you're going to be British champion.
Yeah, it should be, as long as we have a trouble-free race, and I'm in the top 5 sort of. It should be all right, should be good.
And you know, you're 18 now. How long have you been riding? You know, what sort of age did you start?
I got a bike when I was 4 and started racing with Steve Ireland when I was 7 for a few years, and then John after that, and then just kept going really. So
in terms of, I know you've had a few race wins, you know, with the extreme stuff, but also with the other enduro events that you've been doing. You know, what's the best sort of, you know, achievement that you've had so far in enduro?
I don't know really. That Piatra I went to last year in Romania, that was a good result there. Was second, but just I don't know really. That was probably one of the best. Most enjoyable race.
What about Erzberg? I think you got to, what were it, checkpoint 17? Was it Erzberg last year or the year before?
The year before we got to 11. It was my first year there, so just learning it really. But yeah, it's different really. Now we know what to expect. You can go back, different mind, and just you need to be on that front row really, or the second, like. But as long as you get out of the quarry, all right, it's normally good. But the year I went, it was the year it was flooded, so yeah, it was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare, wasn't it, as well?
Getting out, by the time I'd got out of the quarry and come back round, the rest of the rows had got past you, so you're just learning really that year.
You know, in terms of the other riders that are out there, the professional riders, those, you know, which rider do you, you know, aspire to be like, do you think?
I don't know really, it's hard to say, because they're all good in different ways, aren't they? Graham's good when it's real hard, Knighter's good all round, isn't he? And then Johnny's young and he's fast, so everyone's different, aren't they? There's Paul Ed, everyone. What
do you think's your, you know, your ambition in the sport? Where do you want to get to if you can?
I don't know really. It'd be good to win a world championship, but I don't know. It doesn't happen to everyone, does it? So
well, you're still a young man anyway, aren't you? But thanks for talking to us, and we'll catch up with you later on. Look, I know you're going to be doing the Calm event, the third round, so we'll probably try and catch up with you there, and all being well, you'll be holding the crown.
Hopefully, yeah. We'll hope for a good day, and hopefully we'll be fit and well. So it's a while off yet, isn't it?
There's a lot to happen before then, but thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you in a bit.
That's it from Team Hensel this week, and we've had a fantastic day at the DirtbikeAction practice day. We'll be here next week, all being well, for the practice session, and there's a 90-minute race in the afternoon, so we'll see you then. Take care for now.
Oh right, that's at least it fires up.
It wasn't in gear on his side, eh? Revved it up, it dropped it instead of gear.
That is mega. That's a launch control. You don't need a whole shot device with a Sherco.
So we're just connecting the Sherco back up to the transit van to start it.
Hey, stand back. Has he got fuel in his car?